People say the world is a dark and scary place, but you have no idea just how dark it really is. We are about to take a peek into the abyss. Welcome to the darkest depths. Yang Xinhai was born in 1968, and his family was one of the poorest in their village. The youngest of 4 children, Yang was known to be clever and introverted. In 1985, he dropped out of school at the age of 17 and refused to return home, instead traveling around China and working as a laborer. But Yang decided that legitimate working wasn't a life that he really wanted, and soon turned to theft, which caught up to him quickly. In 1988 and 1991, he was sentenced to labor camps for 2 separate theft charges. When Yang got out of the labor camps, he was lonely, and instead of improving his social skills, he soon turned to rape to satisfy his needs. But that soon caught up to him as well, when in 1996 he was sentenced to 5 years for attempted rape and released again in 1999. Upon his release, Yang got himself a girlfriend, and it seemed as if his life was turning around. For months they relished each other, and Yang even became a little less introverted, basking in his newfound love. Unfortunately, his girlfriend eventually found out about his theft and rape charges, and decided that she couldn't date a man with a prior record like that. So she left Yang, breaking his heart for the first time in his life. Yang Xinhai didn't fall into depression over the loss of his girlfriend though. Instead, he turned to more rape, and then murder. He started randomly selecting farmhouses across 4 different provinces of China, traveling to and from on a bicycle, and singling out anyone at random for destruction. After stalking his victims, which were mostly farming families, he would break into their homes at night and kill every last person in the house. Showing no regard for age, gender, or lifestyle, he would indiscriminately butcher his victims with a variety of instruments, even resorting to using axes, hammers, and shovels that he found at the homes. From house to house he would roam and stalk, violently killing men, women, and children over the loss of his beloved girlfriend. He would often wear oversized shoes and constantly change clothes to avoid being caught. He would also wear white gloves while killing, often leaving them at the scene of the crime, now red with the blood of his victims. On October of 2022, Yang killed a father and a 6-year-old daughter by bashing their heads in with a shovel, before raping the pregnant mother, who fortunately survived the attack but with serious head injuries. The Chinese media gave Yang the name Monster Killer due to the savage nature of his crimes. And between 1999 and 2003, it seemed as if Yang Xinhai's horrific reign would have no end. But that would all change on November 3rd, 2003. During a routine police investigation in entertainment venues, police would question Yang and find that his behavior was quite peculiar. During questioning, his nerves were on edge and he was sweating profusely. When police ran his information through their system, they found out why, as he was wanted for murder in 4 different Chinese provinces. Yang Xinhai was immediately detained, where he would confess to 23 rapes and 67 murders. During his trial, his defense attempted to blame his murderous appetites on his ex-girlfriend, while the prosecution claimed that his enjoyment of robbery, rape, and murder was the motive. Ironically, it was also found that Yang had contracted HIV from one of his female victims. While Yang never formally provided a motive, he was quoted as saying, "When I killed people, I had a desire, and this inspired me to kill more. I don't care whether they deserve to live or not. It is none of my concern. I have no desire to be a part of society. Society is not my concern." Yang Xinhai was sentenced to death by the People's Court on February 1st, 2004. At the time of his sentencing, official Chinese media believe he had carried out China's longest and grisliest killing spree. But the monster killer would meet his own end on February 14, 2004, when he was executed by a firing squad. Yang Xinhai is the most prolific known serial killer China has seen since the establishment of the People's Republic in 1949.
Thank you for watching Darkest Depths. Follow on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for the absolute worst that humanity has to offer in true crime and horror. Merchandise available through teespring.com. Episode requests made through darkestdepthstruecrime@gmail.com.